Hey there, StarCraft fans, it's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be MackWinston versus Helix here on Ghost River. It's a Patreon cast for Mac. He's a patron of mine at Falcon Paladin. Nope, patreon.com/Falcon Paladin for $10 a month, which means he can send me any replay once a month and I'll cast it for him. Top right, it's going to be Helix. Top left, it's going to be MackWinston. So a PvT here on Ghost River, a very spooky map. Look at this green river underneath the map. It is so spooky. And we've got like trees and green fire and really, really spooky skeletons in some places like this one. I do like this map and its aesthetic. And let's go ahead and see who is going to win here today. Blocking the Reaper hop-up spot is MackWinston. Barracks coming up inside the main base. Refinery at Reaper expand timing from Helix. And other than that, let's go ahead and see which tech each player chooses. Terrans are basically all about, you know, the very, very, very old composition of Marine, Marauder, Medevac. Maybe sprinkling in some Widow Mines, which showed up in Heart of the Swarm. But yeah, man, Wings of Liberty. Terran composition would never be the same again. Oh boy. So Cybernetics Core coming up. I was at the Heart of the Swarm launch party at Blizzard headquarters back in 2000 and I want to say 12 it was. That was a good time, man. I won my first match of Heart of the Swarm there playing Terran using Widow Mines. And that felt good, but it felt a little bit too easy. So I never did it again. Anyway, second gas, second pylon, probe scouting, probe harassing. Nope, this is a Reaper and, oh, okay, probe harassing. Oh, okay, so the Reaper's like, wait a second, get away from my SCV, you darn probe. This Reaper's name is going to be Curious George. A name submitted by Rocket, longtime subscriber. Rocket, cool guy. Submitter to the cheese compilation, etc., etc. Robotics facility on the way here from Mac. Okay, so we're going to get maybe OBS out of that. Worried about potentially Cloak Banshees in the future here. Worried about Widow Mines, obviously. Widow Mine drops are very popular on the opening here. As this is a factory, that is a reactor. We could swap that over. Ooh, start double pumping out Widow Mines. And then get a starport behind it. That'd be pretty rad. All right, here goes nothing. Stalker says, get out of here, Curious George. Your curiosity is not welcome here. And the Reaper's got to back it out for now. But combat drugs are healing him up. Look at that little combat drugs animation. Good stuff. Good stuff there. Absolutely. So, what's the play going to be here? I really feel like, yeah, a couple Marines here and a bunker. Then, oh, never mind. Tech labbing the factory, so probably tanks. Starport. So, going to be medevacs, going to be Marines, going to be tanks is going to be the play here from Helix. Second base has no SCVs at it whatsoever. Probably could stand to get some guys over there. Second base here for MackWinston does have some probes at it. So, kind of winning the economy argument there. It's 8 to 7 army supply here at 3 minutes. Which, you know, that's how early games are generally. Especially in PvT. I don't know. PvTs can be pretty aggressive, but Twilight Council finishes Blink, maybe? Charge, maybe? Blink. Gonna be Blink. Gonna be a Warp Prism. Oh. 2 base mass Blink Stalker with Warp Prism reinforcements potentially on the opening here for MackWinston. Not sure we've seen a ton of that from him on the channel over the years, but let's go ahead and see what he can do for us with it. So 2 more gates getting thrown down. Yes, because we need to make more Stalkers. Makes a lot of sense. Siege tank on the high ground. Love this position on this map for tanks. Second barracks, and it is a Raven. Okay. I mean, kind of want to research interference matrix if you're going to get a Raven in this matchup, right? Like, that's what you want it for. I mean, detection is nice too, obviously, but I guess maybe if we're worried about DTs potentially. Ah, there it is. Robotics Bay. Mac also really loves his disruptors. So really good with the disruptors too. Curious to see how this is going to work out for him. But here goes nothing. I mean, you don't do this and kind of wait, you know what I mean? If you have the War Prism, you have the Stalkers, Blink's on the way, you got to start moving. You're on kind of a timer here where the effectiveness is going to fall apart a little bit. Once there's a lot of Marines and a lot of Marauders, Stalkers just kind of melt to that kind of thing. But early on, you can make some good trades against smaller groups of Marines. You know, 1 tank, 2 tank, that sort of thing. So the Stalkers unload here inside the main base. Snipe and SCV did finish building that supply depot. That was nice. And some Zealots here maybe to tank a little bit. Zealots get inside the mineral line, take down a couple SCVs. They need to target fire SCVs if they're going to do this. There you go. Another SCV dies. They get dragged back into the Marines. They do absolutely nothing there. Ooh, Curious George got a kill. What on earth did you kill? Oh, right, that probe. We saw that happen. So I don't know. What? 6 SCVs died there to that attack. Not too bad. A couple Zealots went down. Nothing too catastrophic on the other side. 3 Zealots died for MackWinston. But, man, you really want that third base. Those mules for the Terran are super, super good. Oh, Extended Thermal Lance and Colossus. And it's a supply block. Oh, it's a supply block for Mac. He did throw down some supply depots and recognize that was happening, but yo, not a good feel. Not a good feel at all. Nexus. Whoop. Third Nexus. There we go. I was just talking about a third Nexus, wasn't I? It is time for Mac to get that third. Third base is on the way here, too, from Helix. Reaper playing with fire, but gets another probe kill. Curious George, you curious little monkey. And he lives. Blink on him. Blink on him. You have Blink. You have Blink? You have Blink! Ah, could have blinked on him and killed him, I think. Missed that opportunity, unfortunately. And, you know, that's what we get here at these kind of mid-level StarCraft games, is you're not going to see perfect play, perfect decision-making, perfect execution from these guys. But they generally know what to do, right? This is diamond level. This isn't... You're not going to see somebody, like, rush 1 battle cruiser and try to kill their Protoss opponent on this level. It's not really a viable strategy, therefore we're not going to see it. Because if you try to do that, you're never going to get up higher on ladder enough to make it to diamond. So we see more stuff. This Colossus isn't stuck, is it? You can cliff walk. You can walk over buildings too, right? You can't. Colossus can't get stuck. Am I misremembering this? The Colossus kind of seems stuck though, y'all. I don't like it. I don't like that it appears stuck here. So look at this. Marines, Marauders, Siege Tanks, Medivacs, Raven. Working on that stim. Never did get the Interference Matrix upgrade. So it would be nice to disable a Colossus. Yeah, see. Colossus makes it out of there. Not stuck. Not stuck at all. 3 Colossus is the magic number you're going to want to have to deal with Terran. Man, that tank count makes Colossus a little bit less effective, you know? Mac throws a pylon down here to see if there's a drop swinging around the southern side of the map. Warp Prism swings on in, missile turrets chase it away, sees the third base. This is a pretty big Terran army, man. I like this. I like this push a lot from Helix. Like, sieging up in range of the Nexus, and then just kind of covering the tanks with your Marines and Marauders. I can get some work done. Zealot gets into the third base, harassing a little bit there. Yeah, here we go. The third base of Mac might just straight up die, y'all. Shield battery overcharge. Oh, never mind. It gets depowered. Fall back! Marines, fall back. Let the tanks help here. Oh my gosh, the tank fire. Save the tanks. There we go. Anti-armor missile tossed down. And this Nexus is going to die. The third base of Helix, is getting harassed a little bit. Helix is floating 2,000 minerals and 900 gas. The fact that he doesn't have any units around this area to save this is a failure of macro on his part. He should have, like, 10 Marines, 10 Marauders, and 2 Siege Tanks just kind of sitting back here that he could use to save the day, but instead, he's making 3 Marines at a time. He's not even using this barracks at all. You could make a Liberator and actually do oh my gosh, these Zealots are doing too much work. Whoa! Mac gets I thought for sure. I thought Helix would maybe come home. Nope, that didn't happen. Auto turret gets tossed down, burned up. I don't know if this was the right move. Oh, those Stalkers all sorts of die. And Zealot warp in. There you go. Takes care of the tanks, cleans that up. Wonderfully done. I guess more Marines did finish off those Zealots. Mac getting a sneaky third base down south here, but oh my gosh, it's going to get spotted. It does totally get spotted. Thankfully, there's a Marine inside this 4 medevac group, so we can't do anything about it because there's some Zealots here to make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, man. But Helix floating 3,000 minerals. And 900 gas. There you go. Starts making the starport. Make use of it. There we go. Barracks. Now he's firing some stuff up. He needs some more barracks, though. He's on 3 bases, and he's only got 3 racks. He needs a 4th rack, a 5th rack, a 6th rack barracks. There. Well, he's doing it. He's trying to throw up more barracks. He's recognizing that he's floating cash here. So he's throwing up barracks. It's 53 to 55 army value. Double pumping the Vikings going to help a lot against these Colossus. Dude, Colossus could fly right over here and probably kill these. There are no stalkers in the vicinity of this area at all. Mac retaking his 3rd base. Yeah, I think Helix's choice to drop inside the main was probably a bad one. He's kind of held back a little bit. I think it would have gone a lot better for him. Okay, so both players just kind of hanging out. 3 bases here for the Terran. Soon to be 4 bases for Mac. He's got to feel pretty good about that after losing his 3rd base to the attack. Worker count is 61 to 59. So, I mean, everybody's pretty happy economically. Helix still floating 3,000 minerals and 1,200 gas. But, hang on a second. We're going to reactor up. We're just going to make... Okay, apparently... Oh, that's a reactor. So, bunch of Marauders. I like this. At some point, though, he's going to have to move out again. He's at 140 supply. Army value starting to get pretty high from him. That Viking count is 8, which seems nice. There are three stalkers down here. High Templar without any storm research from Mac, though. Helix decides he needs 3 more command. Oh, there you go. Got his money under 1,000 minerals because he just threw up 3 command centers at once. Finally using these racks too. Yeah, man. 104 to 62 army supply. This macro is going very well for the Terran player. Mac is spending his cash, keeping his money low, which is always good, and harassing, continuing just to send zealots into different bases, try to kill SCVs, try to keep Helix's attention on anything other than moving across the map and killing him right now. War Prism gets sniped. Ooh, what a shutdown. What a crazy, crazy good shutdown that was from Helix. Way to target that War Prism. That shows some skill for sure. Medevac count could probably stand to be a little bit bigger. He's got 6 of them. I don't know. But yeah, once you're at 180 supply, it's really time to move out. It just is. It's just pretty much time to move out. Because you're effectively maxed. You're giving your opponent a chance to catch up to you from your maxed out position. You don't want to do that. So he F2s everything into a ball here. And then decides to go. Alright. I like it. I think your Marine... You might be a little bit Marine heavy here for the... It's only 3 Colossus, though. Look at this. Look at this spotting pylon. Sees where the army is, so MackWinston decides not to go that way, and instead swings over this way to catch a command center that's landing. Get into the 3rd base again. Oh, this is so genius. This is just, I mean, if you're not using your zealots like this, you're doing it wrong, Protoss fans. Protoss mains. This is amazing. He takes down a refinery. All the SCVs at the 3rd base have to flee. He brings the whole army home to deal with like 8 zealots, man. It's so good. It's so good. Ever since they gave zealots that base speed, well, the movement speed upgrade when they get charged, it is so good for just running around the map, harassing bases, causing all sorts of problems, forcing the whole army to come back home and deal with your shenanigans. Ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. Mac taking another base for a 5th base here. The 4th base of Helix is running, though. I mean, it exists. Upgrading to a planetary, which is way better against zealot run-bys. And here we go. Mac, Stalker, Colossus, High Templar. Oh, I like it. Dodging. Wow, that was a beautiful pre-dodge on that storm by Helix. Oh, I was going to say, how do you know where he went? Scan. Good scan. Sees where he went. Sees him go left out of the scan area. It's like, can we just like one volley down a Colossus from here? Actually, I think you kind of can if you target fire them individually. Instead of kind of just letting your Vikings fire on whatever the heck they want. Oh, these stalkers are dead. Do they know they're dead? They probably knew they were dead. Stalker's like, did you really make a planetary over here? Yes. Viking do pick off a Colossus. Very nicely done. But you need Yeah, he needs to do a better job keeping his army with his Vikings. What is this group trying to do? I guess maybe they tried... Whatever. They came up a weird way. Stalkers fighting this planetary? They are. Go, Stalk. Oh, this is why you have to wall. Oh, my gosh. Zealots make it all the way into the main base of Helix. Go after these SCVs. Planetary's on fire, but he's got 5 kills. Yeah, Helix is falling apart. He has to pick up, unload on top of the Zealots, stim, clear these guys out. Again, the whole army has to come back to deal with like 8 Zealots. Repair it. Repair it. You have to know this is on fire. You have to know this is on fire. Oh, there's the repair. All right, excellent. Excellent, excellent stuff. So, Helix, 143 army supply to 84 army supply. Favor of Mac. Storm, a great equalizer, and Mac decides to throw up a couple Stargates. I don't know if he wants to carrier here. Oh, a Ghost Academy from Helix, too. All right. Maybe get some EMPs in the mix. A little bit of snipe action on things like High Templar. EMP, good targets for Ghost no matter what you're doing. He does not know that Mac is here. An ambush from this high ground would be pretty sweet, but I don't think Mac knows about this either. So, here we go! Stimming in. He's like, oh, there's not an army here? That's weird. Mac says, full send! Trade a base for a base. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the plan here from Mac as his, we'll call it a 4th base, dies. The 4th base of Helix goes down to a lot of SCVs going down here. 77 to 36. We're okay less. A lot of storms being used to try to kill the SCVs, repairing that planetary, but whatever. Also, I love Mac has the presence of mind to send more Zealots out on these little excursions. You have to make a choice here, Helix. Do you keep going? Or do you go home? You have to make a decision. Yes, base race. Let's go. Let's base race it, friends. That is so many Marines. It is probably too many Marines. Hang on, Stalker's out in front. Okay, they're going to die to the Marines and Marauders. Colossus, good angle from these Vikings. There you go, burning down one of the Colossus. The storm's blanketing all, but you need more than one storm to take down Viking balls like that. This group needs to move. Is he actually cleaning this up too? Kind of, yeah. Oh my gosh, the storm's really melting a lot of what's going on here, but a handful of Marines and Marauders live, and suddenly it's 88 to 20 army supply. That Nexus is going to die. MackWinston finds himself a 3-basing Protoss with 69 workers. Nice, High Templar. No storm for you. I don't know what you were doing. Why is there an orbital over here? I don't know why there's an orbital over here. Sure. And then he's like, I had good luck dropping here last time. Let's drop here. So he depowers... Nothing? He depowers nothing. There you go. Second pylon down does depower something. I like this. Going after pylons instead of going after buildings because they're faster to kill and they effectively take the buildings out of commission very quickly. All right. MackWinston has lost access to 4 of his warp gates. 5 of his warp gates. He's rebuilding his 4th base, which is neat. He's rebuilding his 5th base too, which is very neat. But his 103 to 36 army supply. Did Mac send in a loss? He maybe did, unless Storm go. There it is. Storm feedbacks. Kind of run out of places to run at some point. Why are the Vikings here? Guys. Oh, landing the Vikings to provide. Oh, get the shield batteries. Target the shield batteries. Oh, shield battery overcharge is saving the cannon. From the landed Vikings. But man, 83 to 36 army value. Look at this little group coming across the map here. It's a good group. There's like 1 medevac for all these boys though. Oh man, if they try to come up this narrow, they're gonna get stormed. Helix, no. Wait, there is a High Templar. I don't know how much energy these guys have though. Don't let the Archons get on top of you like that. Do not let the Archons get on top of you like that. They did way more damage than they should have here, but suddenly everything is dying for Mac. 6 army value remains. What a game, though. Yeah, I think that's it. Although, I don't know. It's MackWinston. We don't necessarily want to call him out until he's actually out. But this is not looking good for him. Like a 67-4 army supply with 93 minerals in the bank is not usually a comebackable position. But he's got so many bases. He did repower his warp gates and made some more. His third nexus falls. His fourth is up. His fifth is running. He's got 50 probes at it. There's another orbital up here. Why are you... I don't even know. You can unload in the main. Mac with his two Archons and a Dream here from Mac. Helix's upgrades are at 3-3, which is awesome. 3-3 here from Mac too. Oh gosh. Warping in 4 High Templar, and then they all die immediately. GG! Helix gets the win, and MackWinston sent in a loss. Props. Major props to anybody who sends in a loss to the channel when they send in a... Right, when they send in a replay for me to cast, mixing in some losses, I do appreciate that. Because you never know if Mac is going to win or lose because he sends in losses. And it was an impressive loss. Really good Zealot harassment there. But when you got 32,000 resources lost to 18,000 resources lost, it is pretty hard to win there. 4 Nexuses down, 1 Planetary was killed. 59 Zealots died, 132 Marines, 16 High Templar. No ghosts were made? No ghosts were made. There was a Ghost Academy, but Helix was like, nah, who needs ghosts, I guess. All 3 Colossus get murdered there, too. 43 SCVs did die, and Helix only had 26 workers at the end of the game. He didn't do a great job replacing SCVs. Let's see what the production tab says he's doing right now. Not making SCVs, that's for sure. But you know what? When you kind of have the win anyway... I don't know. Okay, well, that was fun. I mean, it was. That was a really fun PvT there from Mac. Again, a Patreon cast from him. So, I mean, yeah, extra props. Well done by Helix, too, to deal with all the harassment, to lose 43 SCVs, to lose a planetary like that, and then just, you know, do better with the macro. I mean, he's still floating 2,000 minerals and 2,900 gas here at 20 minutes, but... Nah, he did better. He recognized he was struggling with macro, threw up more barracks, used them. I liked the use of tanks here, too, in PvT. Always nice. And, yeah, Mac taps out. So, GG. Well done. Really nice back and forth for sure. And that's going to be it from me. So, this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
The path of ascension is before